Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Lesson 10. India at Play. Games and sports have been part and parcel of our life since time immemorial. When we think of sports, games like cricket, football, badminton and tennis spontaneously come to our mind. We hardly think of games like kabaddi, gilli danda and kit-kit, though they have been with us for centuries and are played enthusiastically in almost every village and city of India. Do you have any idea about that games? Do you know where their games originated? Let's read on. Sports has always played an important role in the history of mankind, both as a source of amusement and a means of keeping the mind and body fit. In ancient India, as with many ancient civilizations, it was not enough to gain knowledge, the health and fitness of one's body was equally important. Long ago, India had embraced cricket and football. Games such as kite flying, kabaddi and kho-kho, to name a few, were played both by kings and commoners. These games do not boast of having sports stars like Sachin Tendulkar or Mary Kom. They are immensely popular even today. For our surprise, the earliest forms of some of these games existed even before the Mahabharata was written. Word meaning: amusement, the state of finding something enjoyable. Commoners, common people. Kabaddi is a game of touching and dismissing opponents. It is believed to have originated from the Mahabharata incident of Abhimanyu getting trapped in a chakravyuh created by his enemies. Kabaddi is a game of breath control, raiding, and dodging. A player raids the opposing team, tries to touch an opponent, and return to his or her team, all the while chanting Kabaddi, Kabaddi and holding the breath. At the Asian Games, so far, India has always won gold in Kabaddi. Kho-Kho is another such example. A game of great agility and alertness. In ancient times, it was played on ruts or chariots and was known as Rathira. In its modern version, a chaser from one team tries to touch an opponent from the other team to get them out. The chaser may pass his or her task to a teammate, sitting on the central line made on a rectangular field, by touching the teammate's back and shouting Kho. The team that takes the shortest time to dismiss its rivals wins. Wrestling is another popular sport that dates back to the ancient time. In Mahabharata, Duryodhan and Bhim have been mentioned as accomplished wrestlers. The most famous freestyle version of wrestling in India is Kushti, which symbolizes bravery and strength. Pahalwans or wrestlers generally practice in akhada or wrestling schools, and dangals, annual village competitions, decide a new champion every year. Many Indian wrestlers, such as Yogeshwar Dutt. Word meaning: chakravyuh, a complex battle formation that is difficult to break. Raiding, here entering the area of the opposing team. Dodging, avoiding by moving quickly. Agility, swiftness. Geeta Fogart and Babita Kumari have gained international fame and become the face of Indian wrestling. In India, sports also has a role in the celebration of festivals. Kite flying or patangbaji, played passionately by the nobility during medieval times, now marks many joyous occasions in India. Every year, the International Kite Festival is held in Gujarat during Makar Sankranti. As people celebrate Independence Day on 15th August, the sky is dotted with kites. Kite battles are also held where one kite flyer entangles the string of his or her kite around another's and tries to cut it. Some games are played for pure entertainment. Gilli danda, for example, said to have originated during the Mauryan period. It is similar to cricket but uses the gilli, a small piece of wood tapered at the ends, and the danda, a short stick. The gilli is hit with the danda, and if the fielding team succeeds in catching the gilli, the striker is out, else the distance between the starting point and where the gilli lands is measured with the danda. The team with the highest score wins. It is a very popular game among children in rural India. It is also played in Nepal as Dandi Bio and in Iran as Alakdola. Another game that is popular among children is Kidz or Stapu. Simple yet tricky, it tests the player's skill at balancing and aiming. A numbered grid is drawn on the ground. A player has to toss a stone or a marker on a numbered square and hop on one leg from one end of the grid to the other and back again without losing balance. This continues till the player reaches the last square and completes the lap successfully. The game is played as hopscotch in England and escargot in France. Most of these games require the full involvement of one's body and mind. However, a game like chess can only be won with the strategies of a sharp mind. Today, India prides itself on the feats of former world chess champion Viswanathan Anand and Grandmaster Koneru Hampi. Incidentally, the pride also lies in the fact that the game is said to have originated in India. In great Hindu epic, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata Chaturanga. According to the Persian poet Firdausi, an Indian king sent a Chaturanga board to the king of Persia, from where the game spread to the rest of the world. Word meaning: nobility, a class of people of high rank. Striker, here, the player who hits the gilli. Involvement, attachment. These traditional games are a significant part of our cultural heritage. We play them to exercise our body and mind, to test our agility and skill, and most importantly, to have fun. They may not inspire the kind of great excitement that games like cricket easily do, but in these games there lies our legacy and true identity. Word meaning: significant, important, agility, fickleness.
Like, share and subscribe.